Your book is called Filtering: The Way to Extract Strength from the Struggle. Can you expand on some of those principles of filtering and first how you used it and then how everybody can use it?
Well, absolutely. So filtering in itself, it's a method that I've used just to, like I said, to really, break my situations down so that I'm not overwhelmed by them. So much of what we go through shuts us down and stops us and makes us quit at different things, various ventures and goals because we're overwhelmed. It's too big of a feat. By filtering the experience, whatever the circumstance is, you're able to break things down. You lean into it as opposed to trying to ignore it and run from it. And you literally will say, okay, what can I take from this situation to actually propel me further, as opposed to just living on the surface of our situations. The surface generally is always difficult. But when you dig into it, you lean into it a little bit more, you find that seed of positivity within it, some type of driving force. And that comes by way of filtering and just breaking down your situations and learning how to properly make adjustments. And as we do these things, we'll start to see so many opportunities that exist within things that seems non-opportunistic. I'll put it that way, camouflage opportunities. That's something that I'm big on. There's so much in front of our eyes that we don't even see. And if we dare lean into them by way of filtering what we have going on, we'll actually gain foresight into what's taking place as opposed to going through something and having to wait on hindsight to reveal the answer to us.
Man, I love that approach.
Honestly, it's a game for me now. And that's one thing I've been telling people. I said, life will become fun when the difficulty isn't even a difficult thing for you anymore. Because now you even take those things on as a challenge to improve. You always see an opportunity to improve. I tell people now I'm undefeated. I win some and I learn some. I don't lose. I'm undefeated now.
I win some and I learn some. That's a great way to put it. Now, I know along the way you've hit numerous brick walls. What can you share with us on some ways to figure out what to do when our progress is completely stopped?
Well, number one, be transparent. Be transparent with yourself to begin with, not just with other people. We always talk about transparency with other people and being open and honest. You have to do that with yourself first. And if you don't start there, even when you talk to someone else, it won't fully come out. So when we hit a brick wall, realize, okay, something got me. I'm stuck. And I understand that. I notice it now. It's the perfect time to try and make an adjustment and not allow for that difficulty, that obstacle, that failure to be an end point. It has to be a midpoint, and realizing that you're just literally in a process right now. That's how I look at every failure. I literally see it as a midpoint for me. It's never an end point.
That is so great because that forces you to realize there's going to be a sun coming up tomorrow. There is something after this thing. It's not an and, it's a midpoint. That's a great mindset to take to it.
I try to remind myself as fast as I possibly can. That's the thing too. And I speak on that often. We have to remind ourselves as quick as we possibly can that it's a process. It's a process. It's a process as opposed to this was it. As soon as I'm able to remind myself of that, I take one more step forward. And that's all I need half the time.
Well, that's true. That one more step can often be the difference maker.